What's this, you say? Yes, it's a Muntz 4-track. Gonna do something a little different here. This is Beatles 65. The back labels are almost always faded on these, but this one's in really nice shape. A couple of things about the Muntzes. Muntz never really had a metallic splice. They just put clear tape on there, and wherever they are at, that's where they started recording. They might have recorded over the splice. You don't know where it is. So it's kind of hard to say, here's the splice on a Muntz tape. Honestly, sometimes it just works. You play it until it breaks, and oh, there's the splice. But what we can do now is we can fix the, replace the pads because they are just falling apart. Now, Muntzes have this locking mechanism internal to the shell to keep the tape from moving when it's out of the player. And you can see right here, for those who aren't familiar, on an 8-track, the roller is, pinch roller is built into the tape. On a Muntz, the pinch roller pops up out of the machine and pinches it like a, not quite like a reel-to-reel, but very similar. But what we need to do, since that thing is locking the tape, we just can't yank on the tape to pull it out to get some slack, and I don't want to damage the label here. So what we're going to do is, I've got some of these. These were popular about 1970, early 70s. This is called a Gidget. It's really quite a contraption. There's some plastic ones out there too, but this is the genuine original spring-loaded Gidget. It allows you to play most 4-tracks. Muntz is not so much, and I'll talk about that another time. But you can put this in, and it hooks, pushes that locking mechanism forward, and then latches into the bottom of the tape. So now, it's kind of sort of like an 8-track, but it allows me to pull this tape forward. And so now we can get to that rotted pad. Now, you won't be able to see this very well, but what I do is I just basically scrape it off. There's hardly anything left on it. And the way these Muntzes work is there is a plastic piece, very similar to an 8-track pad, but stiffer, that holds the foam in place. So now, I've got that old nasty foam off, but the plastic piece is still in there. So what we've done at Kate's Track Shack is, rather than try to make a skinny little foam pad, we've come up with these double felt layers, which actually work better than the foam. It gives a good solid contact, it keeps the tape in place, and it's skinny, so it fits right on the old. This is about the only time I tell you to replace the what's on the plastic instead of just putting in a whole new pad, because you don't want to mess up the label on a Muntz. They're just too cool. Okay, so there's one on, so now let me get the other one. And I'll be able to shove this in the player. Muntzes don't play very well with a Gidget in them, not like some of the other ones do. So you see, there we go. So now we just make sure it's in place there. So now I can forward the tape, and you can actually see on a Muntz, you can actually see the tape feeding through and picking up. That's what it looks like on an 8-track, you just don't get to see it. All right, let's see if it'll play on this. I think I'll have to hold it in place while it does this. Come on, baby. Yeah, it may not work. Muntzes sometimes do not play with an 8-track. Let's see here. Acting like it wants to. Well, we'll just call that done. I'll have to get my 4-track player to test it. But you get the idea. So now the pads have been replaced. The tape is pulled back through. And we will test it on a 4-track, and we'll test it out then. Thanks for watching.
Well, how come you say you will when you won't? Say you do, baby, when you don't. I saw the light.